call this meeting of the Fremont County Board of Commissioners to order. If you'll please rise and join us for the invocation from Tom Kilgore from the Connection Church, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Morning.
Let's pray together. Father, thank you for this beautiful Colorado day. Thank you, God, for the citizens and our committee that's in front of us with the commissioners who seek to add in a positive manner to our community. God, thank you for people like that. Lord, I ask you now to bless our county. Bless those who are unfortunate. Bless those, Father, who are struggling today. What are they going to eat? For that single mom who wonders what her future looks like with that newborn child. God, there's lots of real needs around us in our county, and I thank you for people that are in this room who seek to make this county a better place for all citizens. God, bless now this meeting and use it in a way that is helpful and encouraging to our county. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Present.
Commissioner Bell.
Present.
Commissioner Payne.
Present.
County Attorney Jackson.
Present.
County Manager Bryant.
Present.
Planning and Zoning Director Garrett.
Present.
Okay, first item, approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I believe our agenda has no changes this morning, so I move to approve today's agenda as presented.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
On to the consent agenda. We'll note that under the consent agenda, we'll be scheduling public hearings for August 13th for a temporary use permit for the GI Jive Big Band Bash. Well, you can't say that fast 3 times. For a special review use permit for Wellsville Recreational Facility, it's a modification, and for a conditional use permit for Yovali Cobblestone Pit. It's a major modification. So those are public hearings that we're scheduling for August 13th at 10 a.m.
That, Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, on to staff and elected officials. First, we'll start with County Clerk's monthly report. Mr. Grantham.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Today, total motor vehicle fees, sales tax, and recording fees collected for last month was $1,204,492.75. Fremont County's portion for disbursement is $646,633.16, which is a 54% of the total fees and is a $39,415.68 more than June of last year. Year to date, our office is up $84,306.80 from last year, which is a huge improvement.
Mr. Grantham, we always appreciate when you bring us a really nice report like this. So this one looks very good. I'm very happy to move to accept the County Clerk's monthly report for the month of June 2019.
Thank you very much.
It's been moved and seconded to approve or accept the clerk's June report. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Good job. Next, we'll move on to County Manager, Ms. Sunny Bryant, for her report.
Good morning. So just a couple of quick updates. On Wednesday, July 10th, we had a kickoff meeting out at the airport for the airport runway project. So we're really excited to start the design of that and then going to apply next year for another FAA grant and CDOT grant to actually do the improvements. So right now we're just working on the design phase. The total out of those, or the total funds out of the county for these projects are 5%. So it's really good. We get both federal grants and state grants, so our portion is 5%. On Tuesday, July 16th, Commissioner McFall and I attended the final walkthrough for the Hayden Pass project. So that's been a very long project, and we're very excited to have it at this point. We'll be doing the final paperwork and close out of the 2 grants that are involved, and that project was 100% grant funded, and it actually brought in really good things to that community, so we're really excited to have that finished. On Wednesday, July 17th, the Commissioners, County Engineer, Department of Transportation staff, and I met with individuals from SEH, which is a contracting crew or group that assessed all of the county bridges. So every 2 years, the Colorado Department of Transportation actually contracts with a company to go out and do bridge inspections, and so this was their presentation to us. And it was good to see exactly what areas may need priority, a list of maintenance items, and then going through the process to potentially start planning for replacement of a couple of bridges. And so, unfortunately, it can be a little overwhelming because we have quite a few bridges that are starting to reach the end of their useful life. So we're working very hard through the budget process to start setting aside the funds to match for grants and everything with those projects. So that's all I have for the manager's report.
Okay, on to the sales and use tax report.
So on the sales tax, let me get this a little bigger so everybody can see it a little better. Okay, so the retail sales tax collections through May of 2019. In May, we received $479,743, which is $32,084 more than May of last year. And year to date, we're up $206,061, and so the retail sales tax is coming in. It's actually about 11% increase from a prior year, so it's doing very well. The auto use tax collections, as Clerk Grantham just indicated, they came in at $105,577. So in this piece of it, it's up $20,033. Year to date, we're just slightly down in the auto use tax collections. The construction use tax came in at $15,274, which is up which is down $2,159 from last year. And year to date, we're up $33,434. And then the lodging tax collections in the month of May came in at $1,429, which is slightly down from last year. Year to date, we are up $4,996. And then into the sheriff 1% sales tax collection. So the retail sales tax came in at $319,829, which is up $21,383 from last year. And year to date, we are up $137,374. And then in the auto use tax collections, it came in at $70,385, which is up $13,355 from last year. Year to date, we're down slightly at $14,645. And then on the construction use tax collections in June, it came in at $10,183, which is down slightly at $1,438. And year to date, we are up $22,340. And so we're in the process right now of doing our mid-year review. I'm taking all of the numbers through June and just making sure that we're on track for everything as we keep going through, and everything so far has been looking good. So I'll have a final report over the next few weeks with the commissioners.
Very good. Thank you, Sunny. Okay, any other reports?
Why do you look at me automatically? Oh, never mind. I know why. It seems as though I do always have something to say. A couple of quick things I wanted to mention this morning. First, just real briefly, Commissioner Payne and I had the opportunity to attend a National Association of Counties annual conference in Clark County, Nevada, a couple of weeks ago. It was 5 days of very intensive workshops, programming, speeches. We heard things from people far and wide. We heard from just about the highest level cabinet members that there are from Washington, D.C. I kind of followed a track that included a lot of ag and rural issues, while Commissioner Payne worked on some different public lands things. But we also attended just many, many different things that gave us an opportunity really to have great conversations with others who are in our same position throughout the country. And it was a wonderful opportunity, I think, for both of us to be able to learn a lot and to engage with other people and to talk about what we are doing locally as well. So I think it was time definitely well spent. The other thing I wanted to mention briefly this morning is I see today, and it was just posted this morning on Forbes.com, there is an amazing article. It's titled, "The Next Wave of Innovation Will Come from America's Forgotten Communities." So I can't say that the term forgotten communities really makes me very happy, except probably 3/4 of this article is about Fremont County and Canyon City, Colorado. It talks about the different tech start things that are happening here in Canyon City. It talks about Second 61, just a lot of completely innovative things with technology that are happening here in Canyon City. So I urge every single one of you, if you have an opportunity, get on a computer, get on your phone, go to Forbes.com, and it's called The Next Wave of Innovation. So do a search maybe for Next Wave. If you did a search for Canyon City, I believe it would come up as well. It's very enlightening, and I think it's really interesting. So kudos to all of those folks who are doing so many innovative, amazing things in this community.
I think if you're friends with TechStart on Facebook,
You probably
they
already
shared
have
it
seen
there.
it.
So yeah, it is pretty amazing.
Yes.
Oh, good.
So, should have known, right?
Shoulda
So,
known.
I got a question. Guess what time it is? It's fair time.
I know.
Yeah. So the fair is kind of underway already. They've had some shooting competitions started July 13th, and they've kind of wound up this last weekend. So there's a lot of people involved in the shooting events. The rest of the fair kicks off this Friday with the Junior Rodeo out at Pathfinder Park. That's pretty interesting to watch those youngsters ride those miniature animals, basically, and then the mutton busting is always a huge draw. Saturday, there is a ribbon cutting at Pathfinder Park, as well as a ranch rodeo that evening. There's a horse show that day, too, at Pathfinder Park. So the rodeo's kicking it off, and then it goes into a full week of the fair, which is the rest of the fair. Most of the rest of the fair is held up here south of, on the top of 9th Street at the rodeo grounds. Some of the other shows, or dog shows and stuff, are off grounds, but there is a website that people can go to find events for the fair, something that you might want to attend. It's fremontcountyfair.com/fair events, and there are also kind of scattered throughout the building. I know there's some down here at the CSU office, some up by our office, a slip that has all the events on it for anybody that's interested to go look at that. It winds up on August 4th with Buyer's Day, they call it. That's where the kids get to sell their animals at auction. There is a buyer's barbecue before that, and then they have the sale, and hopefully people show up and get behind these kids and buy some animals. So we got about 10 days of fun here with the fair, so everybody get excited like I am.
Get
Come on.
excited, that's
Yeah.
right. Can I mention
the fair.
one
Sure.
more thing? Something you just mentioned about the building kicked it into my mind. Those of you who come into this building on a regular basis probably already have seen we have a whole lot of new heritage photos that are really big. They're kind of poster size. They're on all 3 floors of our building here. You might take a look at them, and most of them you're going to say, I know exactly where that is, and this must be what's happening in that picture. But we also are working on creating engraved plates to go underneath each of those to talk about exactly when the picture was taken and what it is showing you. So I just wanted to urge all of you, if you haven't seen these photos yet, if you haven't had an opportunity, please come down and take a look, because the pictures that are in this building are stunning. They're amazing. And I would just like to throw a shout out to Cindy Smith. She's a local historian who brought the idea to us, and she did a lot of work with Sonny Bryant, our county manager, and they've worked together to create these and to get them put up. And I'm really proud of them. I think they look really great, and I think that all of our citizens should be very proud of them as well.
And I guess along that lines, while you're looking around, you'll see picture frames on the wall. Some of them are noted what they are, but they're actually fossils within the marble. So there's a lot of cool stuff to see on the walls of this building. So. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, we'll move on to citizens who wish to address the commissioners of stuff not on the agenda. We have Mr. George Story.
Morning, George.
Good
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've been doing some little bit of celebrating recently because approximately 50 years ago, they said we couldn't do it, but we actually beat Russia to the moon. We did it. And I saw it on the tube, and I know it happened. It was Apollo 11 was a spacecraft, and the Eagle was a vehicle that took the 2 Americans to the moon. Silicon Valley and the computer chip was created. I know it happened because I saw it on the tube in 1969. And this high stuff is really good because I Google, I do this and that. We would need to be a tad careful with it. Everyone have a good day, and thank you for letting me speak. Go USA, go USA, go USA.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Okay, anyone else? All right, we have no old business, we'll move on to new business. The first order on new business is the American Legion Centennial Day Proclamation. And we have Commander Bill Hartless here and a whole bunch of them from Post 13. If you guys want to come on up, all of you.
A plethora.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to all of you.
Thank you all so much for being here today. You look awesome in your shirts.
I'll read this proclamation and then we'll get a picture with all of you fine-looking folks down there. How's that?
Okay.
That work? All right, so this is American Legion Centennial Day, July 27th, 2019. Whereas the American Legion has been a staunch advocate for veterans and their families since 1919. Whereas the American Legion was founded on the 4 pillars of care for veterans, a strong national defense, Americanism, and children and youth. Whereas the American Legion has played a leading role in initiatives and breakthroughs that have affected the lives of Americans in every community, from the U.S. Flag Code to the GI Bill. Whereas Rye McKinstry, Post 13, Canyon City, fulfilled the Legion's mission since 1919 through programs such as scouting, supporting parents of the military, supporting veterans, and other youth programs. And whereas the American Legion is celebrating its centennial in 2019, now therefore we, the Fremont County Commissioners, by virtue of the authority vested in this board, do hereby proclaim July 27, 2019 as American Legion Centennial Day.
Good. With that, Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the proclamation for American Legion Centennial Day.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the proclamation for American Legion Centennial Day. Any further discussion?
Before we have a vote, can we hear from the commander?
Sure.
Yes, we're very proud that we are a centennial post. The American Legion was started during World War I by soldiers in France. And it was started in March of 1919. And our post was chartered on the 25th of July, 1919. So we're proud to be a centennial post. We will have a celebration on the 27th. That's the reason for the proclamation for the 27th. We'll start out with our Legion Riders doing a centennial run, which will go from here to Woodland Park, then to Colorado Springs, then to Pueblo, then into Florence, and then into Canyon City. And it'll end up at Veterans Park, where we'll have a celebration from 3 to 6 on the 27th. We'll have speakers. We'll have a lot of historical stuff there. We'll have, of course, celebration cake. And we would look forward to seeing any of you in the community come to our celebration.
Very good.
Thank you so much for that invitation. I hope you have a great turnout.
We're hoping so.
I really hope you do as well.
I do too. It's awesome what you guys do. Okay, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, we'll come down and take a picture. We've got the proclamation here. I think Carrie might want a picture. Yeah, everybody with the picture.
Everybody pops out.
We're gonna get you. So that's awesome. We appreciate every one of you for your service. Thank you for being here today, and have fun this weekend with that.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Second item is approval of the first year of 3-year core service program plan for Fremont County Department of Human Services. We have Stacy Quiddick-Russell and Carrie Porter here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for letting us join this meeting today. I thought I would just give a quick overview of the purpose of the plan and what it's covering. So core services, the state provides this funding to county departments of human services specifically for therapeutic interventions for child welfare families. And so each county develops a plan of how they're going to utilize the dollars. And so Carrie has put together our plan this year, and we received our allocation amount, I think, 2 weeks ago. So we will be receiving $1,100,192, which is an increase of $5,356. And I'll let you know that $731,000 and a little more than that is 100%. Funding, so there's no match, and then $368,000 has a 20% match. Some of the services, all of the services that we have in the plan this year, home-based interventions and intensive family therapy, both of which the Department of Human Services provides. Sexual abuse treatment and day treatment, we will contract out for those. Life skills and special economics assistance, we provide in-house, and then we contract out for mental health services, substance abuse services, parents as teachers, home visitation, and caring dads, nurturing parenting, functional family therapy, trauma therapy, and then the other in-house services are kinship navigation, love and logic parenting, co-parenting seminar, that's for high conflict divorce cases typically, and then a new school-based resource program. So Carrie, do you want to talk just a little bit about what's changing in this plan compared to previous plans?
Yeah, so actually one of the ones, day treatment used to be an additional service or a service that we could provide in the schools this year. We're no longer allowed to do that, so we're actually going to absorb it into our home-based positions. So our home-based workers will be providing that school support just in a different way than in the past. We're really excited about the new, hopefully RE1 school district liaison, having a person embedded into the school district to be there as a support to RE1, not only to the staff, but then to the families as well. Really looking at that as being a prevention program and working with families and youth before they get to the point of abuse or neglect where we have to be involved in other ways. So it's an exciting new position that we're working on. And then with kinship, with the 4E waiver that we've had for the past 6 years that we love so much, that did end. And so looking at absorbing that kinship position and all the resources and services that we provide to our kinship families here in the county through that, so pulling that into our core plan as well so we can continue to support our kinship families.
One thing I would point out is a lot of these services that we offer can be, anyone can utilize them. They don't have to have an open child welfare case. In fact, we would love it if people utilized our services without having an open child welfare case to prevent child abuse. And some of those services that are available to anybody in the community are our Love and Logic parenting class, the co-parenting seminar, mentoring, which is through Boys and Girls Club. We fund the program, but Boys and Girls Club offers the program. Nurturing parenting, caring dads, functional family therapy, our trauma therapy, and then, as Carrie mentioned, the new school-based resource program.
So quick question for you. If folks are interested in any of those programs, how do they make that connection?
All they have to do is call the Department of Human Services, 275-2318, and anybody will connect them.
Thank you.
And so what we're asking for today, if you approve our plan, is a signature.
I think this embedded program sounds very interesting, and it sounds like there's other school districts in the state that have such program, I believe, and I think it's trying to get ahead of a problem is what it is. So I think it sounds like a great idea.
We're very excited.
We think so too. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the first year of the 3-year core services program plan for the Fremont County Department of Human Services as presented this morning.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded for approval of the first year of 3-year core services program for DHS. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
You want a signature now?
Well, they need to get back to work. They need to get back to work, so, yes,
So there you go.
Stacy's on top of it.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
So that, I guess, is a kind of a segue into the next one. It's a service recognition resolution for Donna Taylor, who's a legal technician with the Department of Human Services. Can we get Donna up front?
Do I have to?
She doesn't look very excited about being here.
Really thrilled here.
Donna, we don't bite. I promise.
And I'm going to ask Commissioner Bell if she will read
Yes.
the resolution.
I will be happy to read this so everyone knows how much you've meant to Fremont County. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Fremont County, Colorado regretfully accepts the retirement of Ms. Donna Taylor as Fremont County Department of Human Services legal technician. And whereas Donna Taylor has been a loyal and valued employee of Fremont County from October 21st, 1991 until July 31st, 2019, earning respect and admiration for her extraordinary level of dedication and professionalism for the county. And whereas Donna Taylor provided Fremont County and its families with her valuable and trusted expertise as a lead legal technician for decades, and whereas Donna Taylor has provided a great service to the citizens of Fremont County for the past 27 and a half years. She has worked various positions within the child support unit, but her calling has been as an expert working with the out-of-state caseload. She has been a leader in training other staff with great patience. Donna has always demonstrated a positive attitude with customers and coworkers alike, and Donna will be dearly missed. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of Fremont County, Colorado, hereby publicly recognizes and expresses its deep appreciation and that of the residents of Fremont County to Donna Taylor for her decades of devoted service to Fremont County. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be read into the record of the Board of County Commissioners as a tribute to Donna Taylor's service, and that the official seal of Fremont County shall be affixed thereto and delivered to her.
That, Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the resolution for service recognition for Donna Taylor.
I happily second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the resolution for service for Donna Taylor. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Donna, it's picture time again. We have
You
another
might,
one.
you might ask her if she has anything to say.
Did you want to say anything? Did you want to say anything? Did you want to say anything? Thank you. That works.
Ooh, I got spots in front of my eyes now.
I know.
Yeah, that was flash.
Thank you all for being here this morning.
As the room clears out.
Right.
I know.
Yes.
I am seeing spots too.
Yeah,
Thanks, George.
I was looking right into that too. I shouldn't have.
It's a good thing we read that first, yeah. Okay, on to item number 4, which is a reappointment of Byron Alsop to the Planning Commission for a term ending December 31st, 2022. We did receive a letter from Byron, who has served on the Planning Commission and would like to remain on there.
Mr. Chair, I think Mr. Alsop has done an excellent job for Fremont County. He represents the West End, and I'm more than happy to know that he would like to be reappointed. So I'm happy to move to reappoint Byron Alsop to the Planning Commission for a term ending on December 31st, 2022.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve reappointment of Byron Alsop to the Planning Commission, term ending December 31st, 2022. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, item number 5 is a request for an extension of contingency deadline. I don't remember when this was to start with, that we approved this.
Well, we do have a staff report.
Yeah.
January 22nd.
January 22nd? Oh, yeah,
What it
it's
says
okay,
here.
right there, January 22nd. So what this is asking for is a deadline on the contingencies, which we placed on them at that time. I'll ask for a staff report from Sean, please.
Okay, so we did receive requests for the extension. We have reviewed that, all the documents are in, and the department has no issues with granting the extension for the minor subdivision, MS 18002 Western Oasis.
Okay, and then again, this is not changing anything. There's no modifications. There's nothing changing from the original plan. It's just that he did not get the contingencies done by the deadline, is asking for an extension to get those done.
Just the
That is
contingencies.
correct.
Just the contingencies that were in place. His business has been doing good, so he's been really busy and hadn't been able to get to it, is what his letter said.
So I think that's a great thing. Good for him.
Yeah, it's good for him. That means things are
Yes.
good.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve the minor subdivision 18-002 for Western Oasis extension of the contingency deadline.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to extend the contingency deadline for minor subdivision 18-002, Western Oasis. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next one is also the same property. It's a special review use permit, -18004, Fremont Storage, and it is also an extension, only an extension of the contingency deadlines, which was also approved in January 22nd. Staff report again, please.
So we have received requests for the extension. This ties in, the SRU cannot go forward without the minor subdivision contingencies being met. And so this ties in with that. The department has no issue.
Okay.
All right, with that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve Special Review Use 18-004, Fremont Storage, extension of contingency deadline.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to extend the contingency deadline for SRU 18-004, Fremont Storage. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And one more associated with this was a zone change, also done on January 22nd for Western Oasis, requesting extension of contingencies again for the same property, just contingencies on what has already been approved. Staff report, please.
The department has received requests for the extension. Again, this ties in with the other two projects, and we have no issues granting that extension.
Okay, so this was for a zone change
Yes.
on the contingencies. Okay. That, Mr. Chair, make a motion that we approve the zone change 18-004 for Western Oasis extension of the contingency deadline.
I second that with the note, I'm not certain that we explained all three of these are 6 months extensions. So that's what's in the paperwork. I'm just not certain we've said that today.
It's true, we
So I
did
just
not.
would like to make that perfectly clear that all three of these were 6-month extensions.
Thank you. Good point. So we have a motion and a second to extend contingency deadline for zone change 18-004, Western Oasis, for 6 months extension. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Looks like we're out of stuff. We have nothing else for this, so I will adjourn this meeting. Ready to go to the next page.